Township of Parsippany Troy Hills Annual Organization Meeting of the Township Council, January 7th, 2020. Introduction, posting of notice. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Law by filing the notice in the office of the Township Clerk and by posting the meeting notice on the bulletin board at the Municipal Building on December 18, 2019, where it has remained posted since that date. A legal notice appeared in a Daily Record and a Newark Star Ledger on December 23rd, and was forwarded by fax to other local newspapers and local radio stations on December 18, 2018. Could I have everyone please stand up for the flag salute?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Mr. DePiero?
Here.
Ms. Grignani?
Present.
Ms. McCarthy?
Here.
Ms. Peterson?
Here.
Mr. Carriffy?
Here.
Also in attendance are Mayor Michael Soriano, Business Administrator Keith Kasmark, CFO Ann Cucci, Township Attorney Jim Lott, and Township Clerk Colette Madden. The upcoming meetings, January 7th at 7 p.m. That's the agenda meeting. And public invited public participation, January 21st at 7 p.m. regular meeting, public invited public participation. At this time, we're going to go right into the appointments. So we have the appointment of the auditor. And we'll save that for later because he's up on our resolutions. So he's actually one of the first resolutions. So we're going to leave that for now, and we'll run through it when it comes up under resolutions. So now we're going to pick our council president at this time. So at this time, I am accepting nominations on the floor.
I'd like to nominate Mr. DePiero.
I second.
So we have a nomination by Council Carriffy and seconded by Councilmember Grignani for Mike DePiero as president. So at this time, motion and a second was made. We'll go into roll call. Mr. DePiero? You can vote for yourself.
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations, Mr. DePiero. Once I make the nominations and appointment for vice president, I'm going to ask the council to move to the seats that I've selected for you. At this time, we're accepting nominations for council vice president.
I'd like to nominate Mrs. Grignani.
I second.
So we have a nomination by Council Member Carriffy, seconded by Council Member DePiero for Councilmember Grignani to be the vice president. At this time, I'm going to take a roll call. Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Okay, so at this time, we're just going to take a brief pause so the council members can change their seats.
Musical chair.
Yeah, right.
The punches next you, too.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm moving down one.
You won't have me constantly in your ear.
That's okay.
You'll have somebody else probably. Me? Oh, okay.
You get me, Jim.
Okay, move on over.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, like that. Oop, that slides around.
How we doing here? Yeah, I know.
Everybody switched, huh?
Loretta's got the tallest chair.
I got the short chair here.
No, there's another one back there.
Nah, it's
I'm
all right.
gonna
No,
make a
I'm
motion one of
not
these
bad.
days that all the
Why can't
chairs
we
be
cheer?
adjusted to the same height. So we don't have to play musical chairs.
This is yours, Janice?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now I need my gavel.
At this time, I am now turning over the meeting to the council president.
Thank you,
It's a
Colette.
gavel.
Okay, we'll continue on with appointments, committees and boards.
For the record, Council President, I just want to remind the public and the council that the liaisons are direct appointments by the president, whereas the members we would need to take a roll call vote.
Board of Education, council liaison, one-year term. Janice McCarthy.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Craftsman Farms Foundation, Candle representative would be me. Economic Development Advisory Committee, Council Liaison, Loretta. Okay?
So at this time, Council President, if I may,
Yeah.
you've already appointed Council Liaison Loretta for the Economic Development. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 appointments here. If there are no issues with the individuals that the names on this list, I would ask that we make one motion and 1 second, and this way we don't have to do each one individually.
Are there any issues with anyone on this list for economic development? Seeing no one, okay, then
I'll make a motion for those
Second.
6 people.
Okay, so we have a motion by
Mr. Karifi.
Councilmember Karifi, Mr. Karifi. We have a second by Ms. Grignani. Ms. Grignani, okay. And that is for the members, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members on the Economic Development Committee. Just for the record, John Beeler, Steve Mendel, Reverend Medapati, Robert Peluso, Thomas Williams, Adam Condil. Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. DePiero,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
I apologize. I'm going to have to change the order.
That's
Sorry
right.
about
Actually, I
that.
should be voting last.
You're the last guy. You're it. All right. So you guys are.
I was gonna let you finish before I corrected you.
We'll always
No
look
more
for
tenure. That's
Yeah.
it.
No more tenure.
See what happened?
That's what happens. You get lazy. All right.
And we can welcome Senator Panacha, who just walked in. Happy New Year, Senator. Okay, Emergency Service Council, Council Liaison, 1-year term, Paul Karifi. Okay.
Yes.
Environmental Advisory Committee, that will be Janice.
So what?
It's Emily.
Emily.
No.
Janice.
It's Janice McCarthy.
I apologize.
At this time, I will ask the same thing of the council members. We have 3 members here to be appointed. If no one has any issues with these 3 members on the Environmental Advisory Committee, if we could make one motion.
Just for the other councils' information, Janice and Emily agreed to swap,
Oh, okay.
and I just found out about it, or put it down. Okay, any objections to the 3 that are listed for Environmental Advisory Committee?
No.
Okay, then one motion will do it.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
So a motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. Karifi,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna mess up. I gotta figure out my alphabetical order here. Clearly, I don't know the alphabet, so the next one I'll get it right.
Okay, Fire Prevention Bureau, Council Liaison, 1-year term, Paul Karifi.
Yes.
Historic Preservation Advisory Committee, Council Liaison, 1-year term, Emily Peterson.
Yes.
So at this time, we have 3 members up. If there are no objections, if we can do one motion again.
For the public's information, Mary Pazicki, Barbara Seaman, and Sarah Samsudin. Anyone object to those? All right, then,
Make a motion for those 3.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by, is it Ms. McCarthy or Ms. Grignani?
Ms. Grignani.
Ms. Grignani. So motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Karifi,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
That is the correct order, and we'll be going forward.
Let's see if it holds.
Knoll Country Club Advisory Committee, 3-year term, that would be me. I gotta keep him on his toes over there. Library Board of Trustees, Council Liaison, 1-year term, Emily Peterson.
Thank you.
Okay. Morris County League of Municipalities, 1-year term, Janice McCarthy.
Thank you.
Municipal Alliance Committee, Representative, 2-year term, Loretta Grignani.
Yes.
Okay, Municipal Government Transparency Committee, Council Liaison, 1-year term, Emily Peterson. And now the members we have listed under that committee, John Beeler, Dave Kaplan, Pat Patacha, Nancy Snyder, and Chris Mazzarella. Anybody object to any of those names?
No.
Okay, then one motion will do it.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Open Space Committee. Council member, four-year term, myself. I've been there for many years. As soon as the mayor calls a meeting, we'll get that committee going.
Yep,
You are chairman of that committee, you really,
I'm aware.
okay. And Len Sipkins and Ruth Palmieri have been there for many years on that committee.
Works.
Anyone object to those two?
No.
Okay, one motion will do it.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Parsippany Area Chamber of Commerce, Representative, one-year term, Paul Carriffy.
Yes.
Parsippany Child Daycare Center, Council Liaison, one-year term, Loretta Gragnani.
Yes.
Okay. Planning Board has to be, the Class 3 member has to be nominated and voted on by the
I'll make a motion
council.
to nominate Mr. DePiero.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes,
Okay. Motion passes.
thank you. Police Athletic League, Council Liaison, one-year term, Paul Carriffy.
Yes.
Recreation Advisory Committee, member, three-year term, Paul Carriffy.
Yes.
Traffic Advisory Committee, Council Liaison, one-year term, myself. And we have one member for reappointment, Nancy Snyder.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Zoning Board of Adjustment. There's Dave Kaplan and Nancy Snyder for reappointment. Anybody object to those?
Well, for these, we would also need, for this one, we would have to do individual and the nomination second. for
Okay,
them.
individual nominations.
Okay, I make a motion for Dave Kaplan.
A second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And for Nancy Snyder?
I make a motion for Nancy Snyder to be on the Board of Adjustment.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, we're up to resolutions. R 2020-01, temporary budget. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
R 2020-02, temporary budget. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Cash management plan. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Just for clarification, Ann, the temporary budget is general appropriations, right?
Yes, well, it's for.
One, and temporary budget two, that's
That's
debt
for-
service?
Yes,
And the cash management plan is designated depositories.
correct.
Okay. (2020-004) designation of official newspaper. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Just for the record, the Daily Record is our designated official newspaper.
That is
I vote
correct.
yes.
Thank you. Motion passes.
20005, designation of newspapers to receive notices. Those would be the Daily Record, the Star Ledger, and some others, I guess.
Correct.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-006, authorizing the township assessor to take certain actions to prosecute and defend tax appeals. Entertain a motion?
Make a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. The roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-07, granting fee exemptions in connection with permits for construction, zoning, engineering, fire prevention, health, parks and forestry, and recreation departments. These are for all of our volunteer organizations.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-08, designating an employee to serve as public agency compliance officer, and that would be Michael Hardy.
Correct.
Entertain a motion.
Make a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, authorizing the township tax collector to charge a penalty on delinquent taxes, assessments, or other municipal liens or charges, and that would be Terrence Whalen. Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by, was that Ms. Grignani or Ms. McCarthy? What do we have for the motion?
Who made the motion?
Ms. McCarthy?
McCarthy.
Okay, so a motion made by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-10, authorizing the township tax collector to charge interest on delinquent taxes, assessments, or other municipal liens or charges. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-11, awarding a contract to Nisavacha LLP for professional services as township auditor. Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that would be Ray Serenelli. 2020-12, authorizing a professional service agreement with James L. Locke Jr. Esquire of the firm Riker, Danzig, Shirar, Highland, and Peretti LLP as township attorney. Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yeah, think
Yes.
about that.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Congratulations, Mr. Lott.
Thank you.
Took you
Appreciate
2 years.
Appreciate council support on that. I have one technical correction for Resolution 2020-13 with respect to McManaman. They're designated as conflicts counsel. I believe that they were also designated last year as special counsel for purposes of affordable housing. That matter has not yet been concluded, so we're almost at the finish line, but I think we will need them for at least a portion of 2020 as special counsel for affordable housing.
So are we putting them in as special counsel?
I think it should be listed as conflicts counsel and special counsel. You just correct the title.
Okay. So, for the record, a correction will be made. Resolution 2020-13, awarding a contract to the firm of McManaman, Scotland, Bauman, as conflict counsel
And special counsel.
and special counsel.
Correct.
Make a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-14, awarding a contract to the firm McMiniman, Scotland and Bauman LLC as bond counsel. Entertain a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-15, appointing and awarding a contract with Joseph M. Wenzel, Esquire of the firm Friend and Wenzel LLC as special legal counsel. Before I entertain a motion, they do property tax related matters. We need them in addition to our tax assessor?
I believe they do tax-related matters in addition to, they were handling one of the park projects for us as well as special
I think
counsel.
they were handling one environmental matter for the township as well.
Has that environmental problems ongoing?
I believe that it is.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-16, appointing and awarding a contract with firm of Kaufman, Cimarero, and Liebman, LLP as special legal counsel.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
I'm informed that he's to assist with the township attorney.
Correct.
Okay. 2020-17, appointing and awarding a contract with the firm Carlson Seitzma, Werner LLP as special legal counsel. This is our planning board attorney, right? Okay.
Yes.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-18, appointing and awarding a contract to Lisa Chadwick Thompson, Esquire, of the firm Mason Thompson LLC as Township Chief Municipal Prosecutor. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-19, appointing and awarding a contract to Monica Madden, Esquire, as Township Municipal Prosecutor.
Make a motion.
Second.
Oh, go ahead.
Motion
Oh,
made
sorry.
by
Second.
Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms.
I'll take
McCarthy.
that. Ms. McCarthy.
Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-20, appointing and awarding a contract as Township Public Defender for the year 2020 to the firm of Forster, Arbor, and Velez.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes, and John Paul Velez Esquire is our attorney for that.
Yes.
2021, appointing and awarding a contract to Gerald Kelly Esquire as Public Defender for the year 2020. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
A motion
can
made
have
by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. DePiero? Oh, no,
Yes.
sorry. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2022, appointing and awarding contract to Geneva Burns as Special Legal Counsel.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2023, appointing and awarding contract to Eric M. Bernstein and Associates LLC as special legal counsel. Now we have a whole bunch of special legal counsels. Can we clarify these as we go down, what they're involved with?
Sure. Township ordinance provides that at my discretion, with the mayor's approval, we can appoint special counsel as necessary based on expertise. Bernstein currently has one tort claim matter, which I think was actually approved by us, but it's signed through Jeff. We like to keep a couple of law firms available to the township on an as-needed basis.
Okay. And Eric Bernstein is the attorney who
Correct.
represents us, okay. 2024, appointing and awarding.
Well,
Didn't do 20.
we just need a motion and a
20
second.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I'm sorry.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, 2024, appointing and awarding contract to Florio, Perucci, Steinhardt, Capelli, LLC as special legal counsel. And what do they do?
They're on the special counsel list as well, Council President. I don't believe they have any assignments presently. I can verify that for next meeting.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes,
Motion passes.
I believe that's Lester Taylor that is from that firm. 2025, appointing and awarding contract to Durkin and Durkin LLP as special legal counsel.
Make a motion.
Well, I'd like to know what they're involved in, please.
They are a new selectee this year. They have not been assigned any work.
We have a motion by Mr. Carriffy. Need a second?
Oh, second.
Okay, so motion by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call. Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2026, appointing and awarding contract to Antonelli Cantor, PC as special legal counsel. I'm getting concerned about this number of special legal counsels. This is a new one also.
That's correct.
And what do you hope to have them involved in?
As I said, they're kept on the special counsel list as a, kind of on-call in case we need them for, primarily for litigation matters. There's been no assignment made to them. There are instances where the township has been involved in litigation where we also had an individual employee sued, and we need to be able to have a number of firms on call so we can make assignments at council, particularly if we have a coverage dispute with our insurance carrier. So some of the firms here that are offered are basically just on standby. I don't anticipate that everybody will be assigned any work, but we want to be able to have that ability and, more importantly, that flexibility to meet the need.
But most of these firms have some area of expertise, some specialty.
Correct.
that you would
Most of them-
call upon them for.
Correct.
Not really what I was asking for on some of these. You mentioned on 2023 the tort claim was involved.
Right.
I'd like to have some feel for what areas of specialty they have.
Sure. Durkin and Durkin.
You don't have to give it to us now. if you
Okay,
don't. But I'd like to know that.
I can prepare a memo for council on that.
Okay,
All right.
thank
the,
you.
the firms that have been mentioned to date really have litigation specialties.
Okay.
So at this time, we still have Resolution 2020-26. We have no motion and no second. So,
Make a motion.
okay.
Is there a second?
Oh, second.
Okay, so motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2027, appointing and awarding contract to McCurdy, Riskin, Olson, and Delapelli, PC, as special legal counsel in connection with tax appeal matters. Now, that's to supplement our tax assessor?
That's correct. The practice of the township has been, and I think will continue to be, that some of the work done at the county tax board is done by the assessor, some of it's done by Joe Wenzel. Some of the more significant and high-value claims is actually done by the McCurdy firm, and then all of the commercial tax challenges are done by McCurdy.
Okay.
That's Rich DeAngelis.
Oh,
Need a motion?
I'll entertain a
I'll
motion.
make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2028, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract for professional planning services to BFJ Planning. Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2029, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract for professional planning services to Burgess Associates, Inc. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2028 BFJ Planning, that's our township planner, was instrumental in the implementation of our new master plan. Susan Favette and Burgess Associates, they're still involved with Mount Laurel, COA.
Correct.
Did we vote on 2029 yet?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Okay. 2030, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract for professional planning services to CGP&H LLC. Randall Gottsman? What is he doing?
So that's in connection with the promulgation of affordability controls as part of the Affordable Housing Plan and the Market to Affordable.
Is that gonna be
component.
the firm that will monitor
That,
the moderate low-income people that move into those?
that's part of their responsibility, correct.
That's a big responsibility. So we have all these, we've settled with the courts, and we do now have a fair housing agreement with the courts, and that will start to be implemented. We have the first application before the planning board now, but when those are built, the first one will be completed in about 1.5 to 2 years from now. When those are built, the applicants who fall into the moderate and low-income housing, their qualifications will be checked and followed up on for all of the ones that will be moving into moderate and low-income housing.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2020-31, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract to Millennium Strategies LLC for grant writing services.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
I looked back at the supporting data, and they have saved us some money on grants.
Yes.
It looks like they've done an impressive job.
Yeah, just short of $1 million for the year.
I vote yes.
Motion passes.
Good.
$32.
2032, a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding contracts for professional engineering, architectural, archaeological, and appraisal services. This includes in the backup 37 firms.
Correct. Much like special counsel, we keep a number of people on call.
I recognize most of those firms that are there. We've used most of them.
Motion.
Second.
Go ahead.
Did you
Go
keep
ahead,
going?
John.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
2033, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract for professional accounting services to Ferrioli, Wilcox, Cerullo, and Cuva. Why do we need another accounting firm?
Through you, Council President, the firm of Wilcox, Cerullo, and Cuva was instrumental last year in budget presentation. They're the auditor that's appointed by council of record, feels strongly about the fact that his role and responsibility is to perform the audit and not do consulting on day-to-day financial matters. So last year, before I arrived here, Mr. Wilcox's firm was on for that purpose. They're also going to help us with the rate sheets that we discussed with regard to both the sewer and water
Okay,
utility.
so this is to help prepare the budget.
That's correct.
Our township auditor's job is to make sure that everything is paid and proper and
To audit the budget.
audit the budget.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
and we like to keep clear lines of delineation between the two.
Okay.
Motion.
Motion? By
Second.
Mr. Karifi.
Okay, motion
second.
made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
3034, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract for professional accounting services to PKF O'Connor and Davis LLP. Now, what do they do?
This would be a new appointee.
But they're accounting services also.
Yes.
Do you need another accounting service firm? To do what?
Well, first off, they helped get Essex, I believe it was Essex County, to a AAA bond rating. Okay, that intrigued me right there. What they do have some specialties related to golf and golf courses, and making sure things are fiscally sound with that. I wanted to have them on board for that as a potential as well. I think they can help. Okay, they have lots of other specialties that I think could be useful down the line. I want to keep them on standby just in case.
Okay. If you don't use them, we don't pay them, right?
Exactly.
That's correct.
Entertain a
Make a
motion.
motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Resolution 2020-35, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract for on-site wellness coaching services.
Motion.
Second.
That's the same one we have now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Resolution 2020-36, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills awarding a contract to G&H Alternative Risk Solutions for insurance services to provide administration of claims processing for workers' compensation. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy,
Yes.
Ms. Grignani,
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Mr. DePiero.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, 2020-37. Resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills authorizing an agreement with Direct Development for public relations services. I'll entertain a motion.
Well, before
I have
I,
a question. Good. Good.
I'd like to know,
Well,
public, go ahead.
I was gonna say, after the motion is made and seconded, then we have discussion.
Well, I want to, before we vote, I want to.
Well, I'm sorry, Council President. What we'll do is we'll follow the President's lead. We'll do a motion in a second, and we won't vote. We'll open it up for discussion
Exactly.
Okay.
before you guys vote.
After we make a motion second, then we'll open for discussion.
Yep.
That's how Robert's rules is laid out.
That is correct.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, so at this point, we have a motion by Ms. McCarthy and a second by Mr. Carriffy. And going forward, what we will do, like you said, Council President, when we make a motion in a second, we will always open it up for discussion, and then we will go into roll call. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and open it up for discussion as requested.
I just have a question. I thought we have a public information officer. What's the difference between what this firm's going to do and what that person's supposed to do?
I think this is more an effort to try to rebrand the township, Councilman. We know that we're sort of reinventing the Knoll. One of the areas that was discussed amongst the administrative team was the possibility of rebranding up there, looking at each of the websites, not only the township website, which there has been some concern raised about in the past, but the other branch-off websites like the Knoll, now that Kemper's not here, to try to pick up some of the services that we might have lost through that.
And the person that we have as a public relations person
No.
cannot handle that job?
It's not public relations, it's public information. It's a difference.
In the backup material, Knoll Country Club membership campaign, develop printed handout 4-page brochure, Knoll Country Club. Knoll Country Club rebranding, new logo design. Well, the logo at the Knoll Country Club was designed in 1929 when they cut over. And I've got that logo on my sweaters, my jackets, my hats. I don't think we need to redesign the logo for $800. That's been there and serving us well for all these years. The township rebranding a new logo design for $800. Parsippany's been Tree City USA for how many years, and that tree logo is our brand. We've taken pride in all.
Actually, we updated it, though. Different shading. Made it look more modern. And it's still the same exact shape, though.
But it's still a tree,
Right.
so we don't need a new logo design.
But it got redesigned, though.
What is some of the other?
Michael,
I,
even Coca-Cola changed their look once in a while.
With all the complaints that we've had about our website, we never had any of these complaints when Alpha Dog handled our website. Our council meetings were on the website the same week that we held the meetings. No one ever complained about Alpha Dog not being user-friendly. Everybody could find whatever they were looking for on the website. We have nothing but complaints now about the ease of use of this website. I would rather have the administration recommend we go back to Alpha Dog for our website and do it properly. They did a good job when they were here. Somebody complained it was too expensive. Well, you get what you pay for. We're paying less money now, and we're getting less service. I would recommend Alpha Dog. I'm going to vote no on 2037.
Is that the same group that's handling the website? The town
No.
website?
No, we
No?
want to get a new group to handle the website.
Oh, so this isn't for the website, this group?
It's just, it,
Yeah, they have that listed too.
This group would be,
yes.
this group would handle the website for the
No,
town?
they would help the redesign of the website. which needs to
Website
happen.
design development for the Knoll Country Club on WordPress. So I did see website design on this thing.
As I see it, a vote for no is maintaining things exactly the way they are. I'm trying to make
So
them a
this
little
is a
better,
new,
so-
this would be a new
Yes.
group to handle the website?
Yes,
And get rid of the other one?
yes.
Oh, this would get rid of the other one. The one we have now, this would get rid of it.
Well, so would Alpha Dog. And Alpha Dog did a great job when we had them here.
That's, I think that's up for debate at Alpha Dog.
One question I have, so this new firm here would handle the website, but also do
Not
thing-
handle, not, they
or-
wouldn't manage the day-to-day of the
All right,
website.
but they would
Okay?
design the website.
Exactly.
And they would also design stuff for the Knoll Country Club.
Yes.
So they'd be doing two things.
Yes.
And the day-to-day information will still be handled by the person that is doing it at the present time?
Yes.
Well, this here says on your backup data, website content updates and tech maintenance. And it's got a whole bunch of costs here. $1,500 times 4 weekly. $1,000 times 3 weekly. I don't know what this is.
Well, that's if we engage those services. We're not going to. I want the control at Town Hall. I don't want to have to call a third party to have things done.
And this company is going to post our council meetings in the same week that we have council meetings?
That's the
Which
hope.
is not happening now?
Well, it's not happening now because of how we have it now. So if you want to improve it, this is the way to do it.
If anybody wants to see in pretty real time council meetings, they have to go to Focus. Focus can print it. Township can't. Shame on us.
We could talk about that in the budget when we upgrade the electronics that we have here in the room because we're very outdated here. Focus is just able to use what they have in their hand and put that up.
Well, I would like some commitment from the township to go to Alpha Dog. We
And
never
you-
had a complaint. All the time Alpha Dog
I'm
would
not
get our
comfortable with that
website.
right now. I was not comfortable with Alpha Dog. They were not the best, Michael. They were not.
Any other discussion?
Is it possible to get a presentation or something from this company? Would that suffice to get more information, or?
Sure.
I mean, we could, if you guys all agree, if you'd like, you could do a motion to table. We can ask for this company to come in and do a presentation, if that's.
I would like both companies to do a presentation.
I make a motion that we table 2020-037.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion to table 2020-037.
Roll call?
But before we table this, because it's going to come up at the next meeting, we just need some clarification as to we're going to table it with the assumption that we're going to contact them to come in for a presentation. So this way we clarify the motion.
Yes, I'd like to have them come in.
Well, I'd like to hear from Alpha Dog too, at the same presentation.
Okay. All right, so at this time we have a motion.
Will the administration agree to that?
I'm not comfortable with Alpha Dog.
But we are comfortable with direct development coming in at least for a presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So can we at least, are we amenable to that or no?
I'll give you this, Michael, just to get things moving. Let's talk to direct development first. I want you to see what they have. If you don't like what they have, we'll bring in Alpha Dog.
Fair.
Is that fair?
Okay.
All right, so motion by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy.
Yes.
And this is, again, to clarify, this is a motion to table. So at this point, what we have to do, I apologize, we need to, a motion rescinding the original motion, because we initially had a motion by Ms. McCarthy and Mr. Carriffy to approve this resolution.
I'll
So
make a motion to rescind it.
According to Robert's rules, a motion to table supersedes the other motion.
Well, the motion, yes, but it does supersede, but just for the record and to clarify, we would want that, you don't want that motion out there, do you? I mean, we wouldn't want that motion, so. We could.
I'll
we
make a
could.
motion to rescind it.
Okay, motion to rescind.
Then I'll
Second.
okay.
Motion by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Okay, now, at this point, we have a motion to table this resolution until we have a presentation by Direct Development. Need a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Grignani, seconded by Mr. Carriffy. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, 2038, resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills authorizing an agreement with Chems LLC for chemical engineering services related to Title V Air Pollution Regulations for the Parsippany Wastewater Treatment Facility.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. McCarthy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
2039, resolution of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills Township Council appointing alternate fund commissioners for the Garden State Municipal Joint Insurance Fund.
For the record, the alternate fund commissioners that will be appointed are myself and Mr. Kazmark.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And 2020-40,
Okay.
resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills authorizing payment of full salary to all township employees who have been called to active duty. That's one we do every year. It pays them the difference in pay between what they make here and what they make in the service, so that their families don't suffer while they're serving our country.
Through you, Council President, that you're 100% correct, and that policy was updated. So just for the council's edification, for the first 90 working days of military leave, the employee will get paid their full salary, 90 days for National Guard, 30 days for United States Armed Forces. After the first 90 working days, the employee will be paid the difference between their township salary and their military-based salary. If the employee's military leave is over 1 year long, the council will decide if the employee gets to return, gets another 30 or 90 days of full pay upon the renewal of this resolution. So those are the updates to last year's policy, and they were recommended by the police chief through a full vetting process with a veterans agency that the chief worked with to revise the policy. So it's most consistent with.
It would have been nice if we had seen that before we sat here tonight to vote on it. Because I'm the one that introduced that ordinance 20 years ago. Because I served in the military, and all of my savings was depleted because I was not working full-time when I was in the service. And I felt this was necessary. Dave Stivers was a township resident years ago who encouraged me to do that, and I did.
Okay.
If we're going to make a change to it, a courtesy would have been to let me know before we're sitting here to vote on it.
Okay. I appreciate the history. I wasn't aware of it, but I'll make sure you have a copy tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. Grignani. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy?
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay. Entertain a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Carriffy, seconded by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call. Mr.
Grignani.
DePiero. Oh,
Grignani.
Mr. Carriffy.
No.
Grignani.
Grignani.
Hold on, so, okay, this whole thing. So we have a motion by Mr. Carriffy and a second by Ms. Grignani. Sorry about that. Change in council members has taken some getting used to, so. Roll call, Mr. Carriffy.
Yes.
Ms. Grignani?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. DePiero?
Yes.
The floor is now open to the public on any matter.
You have 5 minutes to speak on any topic whatsoever. Sign in, state your name and address for the record.
Nope.
Here, I need a pen.
Do you need a pen, sir?
Clerk, do you have another pen?
Why don't you try that one? Sorry.
Mayor, we're gonna need some new pens in the budget.
No, not gonna get them. Bring them from home.
Hello?
Got some new pens.
We'll have to save them when we get down to League of Municipalities, you know? All the companies giving out pens.
Do what everyone else does. Go to the bank and take from there, right?
TD Bank, everybody has TD Bank.
My name is Joseph Beals. I live at 11 Belleville Road in Parsippany. I've lived in the Lake Parsippany area for about 60 years, and in recent years, especially this year, I have noticed an increase of the properties that have been neglected, unsightly, and run down. Some of the properties are rental, and some are owner-occupied. Front, side, and backyards have not been properly maintained. They are littered with unregistered car parts, unwanted items, and that should go to the township dump. Garbage bags and cans are left out on the curb line for days. Construction materials, sinks, toilet bowls are left on the curbs. Oversized vehicles, trailers are parked overnight, in some instances for days on residential streets, which has become a safety issue. Commercial properties not being maintained on the west side of Parsippany in the B zone. On Halsey Road, graffitis on all the buildings there. I'm asking you tonight to look into this matter. Parsippany has strong maintenance code ordinances that have been written to keep the town clean. They need to be enforced. The town needs to establish a schedule of property inspections for each of the areas. More property inspectors are needed to be hired to meet the needs of the township that is continuing to grow in order for us to believe Parsippany is the best place to live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Council President, we'll take that to Director Villi tomorrow, and to our code enforcement folks, and have someone out there on an inspection tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Beals, did you hear that response?
We will have someone out there tomorrow. I'll take it to the director of that department first thing in the morning, and we'll have an inspector out there sometime tomorrow.
And Council President, may I? The administrator and I had previously spoken some time ago about some potential amendments to the township code with respect to property code maintenance enforcement issues. The current process is a little unwieldy.
Yes.
And we're looking for some ways to streamline that to give our code enforcement officers some additional teeth.
Good, thank you. Okay.
My name is Bob Venezia. I live at 102 Brooklawn Drive. Now that we're back in the budget process, I would like to request a change in the way that departmental budgets are presented by the heads of each department. Specifically, I would like the council to allow the public to ask questions during these special sessions. When I last attended a departmental budget presentation 2 years ago, questions were limited to council members only. At the time, I had a question for the head of the water department, but because of the rules governing the meeting, I couldn't ask it. So I asked the question during the hearing of the public at a subsequent regular council meeting. If you recall, my question caused significant concern in the township over the contamination of one of our wells. The superintendent of the water department, Mr. Wawerka, was then commissioned by the council to prepare a presentation for the next council meeting, which ultimately calmed things down. Mr. Wawerka must have spent considerable time preparing for the presentation and additional time appearing before the council. All of this could have been avoided if I had been allowed to ask Mr. Wawerka a question at the time of his departmental budget presentation. So I asked the council to allow the public to ask questions the night of these special sessions when the departmental head is there to answer them. Thank you.
Mr. Venezia, the only problem I see with that is we have a roughly $80 million budget, and to get through that with the department heads takes days and days. If we're going to stop after each department head so the public can speak, we probably would take weeks and weeks to get through the budget.
Now, if
Very few people.
well,
Very few people attend these things, and